Did you miss us? It's okay. We're back. And say hi to everybody so they can hear you.
Hello.
Fantastic. Are we hearing our
Can
editor?
hear you. Yep.
Good,
Sounds
good.
coming in loud and clear.
So, with all that being
Thank you,
said,
Pony Pandy.
now I would like to take a moment and turn my
Your
phone off
phone.
Hi,
because
Sandy.
people just they never seem to understand when I'm doing something.
God,
But
won't they let us play games and
You
Dungeons and
you
Dragons?
playing that nerd game again with the dice?
so I've actually been very
No.
It's the
fortunate,
wrong folder.
and any partner that I've had has actually been really cool about it. But I have had one or two that legit don't understand what I do on my Thursdays, which is fine.
Is
But
that some kind of a cult?
yes,
Yes.
and going
Yeah.
back to it now.
Uh, it's like, hold on. Um, I went to go look at a house today with my realtor, and she was like, "There's another house, and for some reason, we can only look at it after 6 p.m. on weekdays." And I was like, "Well, I can't stay because I've Dungeons and Dragons with my friends."
Would have been okay with you looking at your future house, Melanie.
Which I want you all to know something too. Before I promise we're gonna jump in. I have had partners that have come see me that if you really look in my feed, you could see them every once in a while walking in the back. Certain things have to get done. So besides from that, I have no idea how anybody dates me. But with that being said, 8 finally finding our group. A potential betrayal. Or was it? Midas, the leader of the Whispers, unsure of the situation, seems to have changed his mind at that last moment, saying, "Are people on their way to you?" After a fight that begun to unravel, we began to see that 8 was a little bit more than what they seemed. That he was no longer being controlled by one, if not by the puppeteering hands of something stronger, something more absolute, like Prime. Once they defeated 8 and they were back into the fray, another Dragon's Last Breath biting the dust because you guys go out of your way to
You
destroy
know, the
franchises.
first one is still standing.
That is true. The first one is still standing
Hmm.
for now.
Is it though?
For now.
One just
But
came by
Morally,
and
after losing two other ones?
one came by and just burned it down.
out of spite. So, with that being said, our intrepid heroes escaped after defeating 8. Lonnie delivering the last hit, almost decapitating the creature as they drug the body out, but to be put into the hands of the fingers. High, High Inquisitor Elise is now present, worried for his would be, well, whatever she is.
Daniel.
He he believes that it might be a good idea to go and speak to Lord Ilzat and tell him about what's going on. But on that note, here we are in town square. I can't start just yet because we're waiting on Melanie. She had to feed her child. I've been told that you have to feed and water those things ever so often.
Yep, newspaper occasionally.
Uh, well, as someone who does not have children, I highly uh, dislike children.
Except your godson, who you
Hey, now
spoil.
that one doesn't count. which, which, by the way, I got him this really nifty microscope set for his birthday on Saturday,
Aww.
and so because this is kind of like the age that I got into science, and and in the beginning he was like really into like trucks and things like that. So I'm trying to see if I can maybe kind of like guide him a little bit into it. But I also I found this thing on a website that shall not be named because I don't know if we can mention websites by. Can we?
Yeah.
Okay. So I found a thing on Amazon that it's like uh messy experiments like volcanoes and slime and like those little crystal tower type things. And I'm gonna see how he is with the microscope, and then I'm gonna go and see if I'm gonna get him that other thing. I know it's I I spoil other people's children because they don't have to stay in my house. They could just be at their home, and I'm okay with that. So what's with that face? What?
Oh, I just noticed the emoji that Teal Wall posted, and I was like, I love that emoji so much.
Me.
It's Miguel's character, Teal Wall.
Oh, so while we're waiting, everyone, how are our viewers? How are all of you?
So while we wait for responses, some fun things. I want to give a shout out to a few people. We have our shirts coming out very soon, and on our Patreon. And we will be getting new fresh emojis. The first one being Teal Wall's fresh face. So thank you everyone who's been helping out.
I had to get a shirt of just my face.
Yes.
Not my character's face, my actual face.
Oh, bless appeal.
Are we gonna start doing like Sam Riegel and Critical Role, and you motherfuckers are showing up with shirts with my face on it? Because I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that.
You would love it.
I
Don't
didn't know that was the
lie.
thing. Just gonna lose all my D&D cred. I've never watched a single episode of Critical Role.
Hey, that's okay. What
All I know is that Matt Mercer has long, luscious locks.
he does.
And
And an
that's
evil
it.
twin. Don't
Oh
you know?
yes. If we forgot, don't you remember Tam?
Oh, yes, indeed. He was on our stream.
I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing okay. But I will go and say, so if we're talking about like D&D streams
No, I
that we
get to
watch,
hold you. I get to hold you.
Critical Role I've always enjoyed. They have really begun to kind of understand their characters because they've been doing it for a long time now, and they still fuck up, which is great because it makes me feel better as a DM. And but I will say, if there is a DM that has stolen my heart that I wish to emulate because he is such a sweet creature,
Is it
is
Brennan?
Brennan Lee
Yes.
Mulligan.
Yes.
I
I love Brennan.
Me too. That's
you
my
know I
favorite.
don't I tell you I don't know him personally, but I feel like he'd just be cool to just hang out with.
God,
I swear.
yes. He
Hey,
has
I
hey,
would-
Brennan. Hey, Brennan.
Like, dude, if you ever wanted to be on our stream, yes, I would drop anything that I was doing. I will show up, and you can DM, you can NPC, you can PC. I'm
You
for it.
can
I'm
fuck
so for it.
nice.
You can do whatever you want. We will let you do whatever you want. I
Oh,
just want to hang with you.
yeah. It's like-
I just want to say his list. You can open your camera. His list of obscure information is amazing and inspiring to me.
the man is so
The
bloody
man knows
odd.
so much about
Birds.
birds.
He does.
It's birds. Oh, we have a Wilbur. Hey, Wilbur.
Hello.
Hey, Melanie. So, with that being said, everyone, are we ready?
Yes.
Did you feed your child, Melanie?
Yes, I fed my child.
Did you lay out newspaper? Put out a water bowl?
I
That
should.
that's not what you do for children.
That's exactly. That's why I'm suggesting it. I'm sorry if you could hear her stepping all over this water bottle. making
No.
It's
Children are
okay.
children. But don't let it happen again.
No, we know that your daughter is the mascot of the channel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
jeez.
We should
It's
definitely
not
dress
the,
it.
the many cats.
We should dress her up as Maha for
Yes!
Oh my
Halloween.
goodness, that would be amazing.
She's a little firecracker. That'd be great.
Theo would love that.
I think they would too.
Oh,
But
Theo would love that. I
before
need
so
to
we
convince her to dress up as Maha.
you should.
Excuse me.
So with that being said,
What are you doing? No, you'll get hurt. You'll get
we
stuck.
in Ilasul. Grab something warm to drink, perhaps a cigarette like your DM does.
You can't drink a cigarette.
You can if you like.
Oh no,
We don't
that's
suggest
what
it.
Doctor Girlfriend
That's
does.
what that's what blenders are for.
Do we have the interruption counter on? Because we probably should.
You know,
we're
probably.
never gonna start playing, darling.
I'll just set it to 10.
Oh, as
Fair.
your poor DM is trying to say, we are in Ilasul, the town square, Sector 2. My dear, Elise extends his hand. I would like to invite you. I can take you to Lord Ilzat if you like, or perhaps we can take your friend. It's not safe out, as you can see. I would hate for something to happen.
I want to most earnestly think of Ronan. Think of Ronan in my mind and try to blush.
Is Ronan your happy place?
Ronan is my happy place right now.
I would like you to roll performance with disadvantage. Please.
My argument of thinking of Ronan is Ronan saying this to me.
I'll allow you to roll performance.
Not this monstrosity.
I'll allow you to roll performance.
Okay.
Also, I would like to throw out a rule, everybody. I've been giving out inspiration points, and I'm going to throw in a little thing. If you have an inspiration point and you would like to give it to another player, I will allow that once in a session. It can only happen once. So don't get too excited about it. But if you have inspiration and you would like to go and share that with a friend, feel free to do so. So what did you roll?
It didn't show up on my end. It show up in total. Oh, it's
16.
16.
Perfect.
Something the matter?
I kind of want to look around. And kind of lean in, put my arm on his hand. My husband. And I just kind of want to step away and just look down.
What about your husband? He leans in very close. And you begin to notice the piercings a little bit closer, the ornament that is hanging from his ear to his lip and nose. And when he leans in, you notice he's a lot more athletic than you think. Almost like a tiger as he leans in just a little bit. What about your husband?
Just. The player is taking a moment to think.
You guys can intervene at any moment. You are all there, and you are all seeing it and hearing it.
Hilda heard everything.
Yes.
She gags.
Distraction!
You see one eye.
His only eye, you mean?
One eye.
I turn around and face Hilda. And I grab them by their butler necktie thing. What kind of disrespect was that?
I'm sorry, miss. I just don't feel
No.
so good.
Your place. And then I shove and let go.
You would do wise to keep your dog on its leash. It would be unfortunate to have a drow meet an end on this lovely day. There's
I
not many of
grab.
us around.
Man, I hate doing this. I grab Hilda by the back of their head, and I said, "No worries. If anyone's going to be killing this drow, it'll be me."
Charlie, that's twice! That's twice in one D&D day!
I know,
The
right?
the old ways are truly the best. So,
I agree.
Fiona!
as he snaps his fingers, you start seeing the guards begin to form a circle around you. We will guide you.
Trigger
Mhm.
warnings. That might be spousal abuse. I'm so sorry.
Just kind of everyone keeping that in mind, okay? So they begin to circle you. 2 turns. It happens fast. I'm not even gonna have you guys roll for it, but he's literally doing the home. Mistress.
Yes.
He bows his head.
Just to make sure, this is Eric bowing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mistress, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but with you being pregnant and all, perhaps it's a lot in a very short period of time. Maybe it would be best if we could rest before we went over to the precincts and all of that. Lord Elise, I would imagine you, out of all people, wanting to keep our young maternal drow safe. It would be discordant for us to just to continue moving her around and all that.
I'd like to smile up to him. I don't know who that's aiding, but I'd like to just smile.
Perhaps I would like to invite you to my home. You can rest there, eat. My servants can see to your friends.
That was the player, not the character, right?
Yes. That was a yes to both doing that.
Lady Taylor, I do believe that would be a wise decision, especially after taking care of this monstrosity.
You actually see that Elise walks up to you, Luni, and he grabs your hand. You have done well. You have fought hard. I see that you have been hurt. And same as our young lady. Please, it would be an honor to have you in my home, even for a short while.
I kind of glance
I
at
like-
Eric.
Bow my head. Thank you, my lord. I would do much in service to my lady.
Do not say thank you yet. We have not gotten you better. Please. And you actually see that he extends his hand out to you, Hilda. Forgive me.
Hilda,
Hilda or
Hilda.
The butler?
the butler.
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay.
Forgive me. Sometimes
What are you doing?
I forget what it is to be around the common folk.
It's cool. I just not feeling too hot right now.
She aided us greatly in
You are like
He.
Sorry, I thought you were female with a mustache, is what
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, female with a mustache. The mustache, I mean, is,
You're a female with a mustache?
What?
I thought you were a man.
Female.
I mean, Hilda just looks like Hilda. I mean, it's not a very good disguise, admittedly. So
Yeah, but you're
if he
supposed to
thinks-
be a man.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone falls for it, yeah, I'm a man.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh my
literally.
god.
No, it's just not a very good disguise.
Eliphas just pulls out a dagger.
But it's worked. It's
I'm
worked
done.
so far.
If you're not this
I mean,
far, why
it's
not?
too late to back out now, DM. It's worked so far.
as I stated, sometimes I forget my place. It happens when you are surrounded by nobility. Hilda, roll a perception check.
Can do. As soon as I find it. Perception.
Perception. There was no food
11.
involved. No food, so you didn't succeed too well.
That's how it
It
works.
only succeeds if there's food involved.
You got an 11. You actually you don't have to roll too high. When he says that
Nice.
last little bit, you see that his eye shoots to Rory, as if though he's hoping she hears it.
Oh.
Fine. Sometimes a man must humble himself. Please, everyone, my God will take us. And he turns, and when he turns, he shouts something in Undercommon.
Ooh, I see.
Nasty.
What does he say? Because I know Undercommon.
Yep, same.
Oh,
Same.
all right.
Not
I
me.
don't.
I don't.
Oh,
As he turns,
I'll tell
stand
you
up,
later.
stand up straight. And you see the walk. And as they begin to walk, he does say out loud again, "What are we?" And they say in unison, "We are the fingers. We reach where the hands cannot."
When you said we are what, I was thinking we are first.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's a bad night for D&D.
I was just about to do that melody.
I am
Also, I think that was worth 2.
Fair.
I need the rum at this point.
We love you,
Part
Daniel.
of D&D, you're not allowed to roll off of our interruptions.
Oh. Do you begin to walk with Elise?
Yeah, I would like to, oh.
You could just walk.
Nah, I'm just gonna walk, both my hands accompanying my belly, like, I don't wanna...
Now, with that being said, as you are doing that, you notice that he turns and 2 of the guards walk up to you, Roy. And they begin, you see that they pull out one arm, the other one pulls out the other, and they begin to carry you as if though you were sitting in a seat.
They're both male, I assume.
Yes.
I'd like to step on them to get into position. And
And
remembering Melanie's warning of not being too polite to men.
When you do that, you see at least just be good dogs. If she falls, I'll skin you.
I'd like to just smirk at that. Inwardly thinking, "Blah!"
I
Shut up, you're enjoying this part.
make
You-
sure to take a place somewhere behind Lady Tealith.
Wilbur,
Ever full bodyguard.
Yeah, I'm taking up like a
as you walk
flank.
now.
Mhm.
Wilbur in your ear.
He doesn't have the earpiece.
Oh, you do.
I think Wilbur is the only one who doesn't have it, right?
Oh,
believe
that's
so.
true.
Why
I don't
doesn't
think
Wilbur
Elephas or
have
Hilda
it?
have one.
Lonnie, and Rory. We are on your location. Would you like us to engage?
Do I recognize the voice?
You see Gisala's head kind of pick up for a second, and you just kind of see her like look around just for a moment. We have your location. We can send in our men to get you out.
I kind of like rub my ear a little bit and go, it'll be nice to get a rest.
I hear Lonnie say
Wait,
this.
is this thing like message with your mind, or do I have to talk out loud?
It's with your
No.
mind.
It's what you mind.
Oh,
okay.
it's with
That
my
means-
mind. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, hold. We're fine.
Do I hear Lonnie saying that? Because she's
Are you-
responding.
Here.
Yeah, I would definitely want to say that you're hearing it in the device.
Yeah.
And as you hear it in the device, you go and hear like a toot, 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 toot. Lady Drusilla, are you safe? As safe as you can be when you're surrounded by fingers. Toot, 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 toot. Incoming, large group. As you begin to take the turn, a very, very large armored group begins to walk down the street. And you see as they do, they turn, they salute Elise. He picks up his hand, and they continue.
Do we see any of the other citizens doing this, or just the fingers?
No one is looking at the fingers now that you're looking.
Hmm.
They all have their heads down as they continue to walk. And you hear them. You are on a way to a finger stronghold. Are you sure that we do not engage?
I would
Don't
like,
engage. Don't engage.
I would like to put out to like both. Can I like aim my thoughts with this thing to certain people?
Fuck it, why not?
I'd like to both, not Cheshire Mad. Oh God, Lonnie.
That's me. That's still me.
Lonnie and Gisela and Eric and Wilbur. Are we killing this Elise? Is that what we're doing?
Is that through the earpiece?
Yeah, this is through the ear. No, not. Oh wait, he can't hear it.
Exactly.
God damn
Why? Wait. I'm sorry. Why does Wilbur not have an earpiece? We had enough for all the players.
it. Shenanigans.
I don't remember.
Neither do I, honestly.
The DM does, though.
I'm calling this an interruption, by the way.
Fair.
To whoever it is that's talking to us, I want to say maybe keep an eye on us, but do not engage.
You see that you're beginning to get in now into what looks to be an armored. There's really no other way to go say it. The rich area of Villa School. Gates and guards. And as you begin to get a little bit closer, flags of Villa School on every home. A statue. As you begin to walk closer into it, 9 feet tall, of a drow woman, statuesque and strong, long white hair flowing down her back, holding what seems to be a small castle in her hand, elevating it. And as they walk past, Elise bows his head. Feritris, we owe everything.
I see this. I'm doing the exact same thing.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes. Taking my cues from him.
As you do that, you hear a message very quickly now. We will not be able to engage. We are unable to breach the stronghold. You're on your own. Stay in contact.
Copy.
If we do not hear within the next 5 hours, we will engage. We will do our best to take you out. No promises. You will be left if needed. God
Gotcha.
save the Queen.
So my question earlier to the entire group, minus Wilbur and Hilda and Elephas.
Elephas?
Yes, I keep wanting to call you Elephant, and I'm sorry for that. And I have to.
No.
I remember your name is Elephant, and then I have to auto.
You just said
I
elephant.
know. I remembered it's Elephant, so then like, oh, okay, it's not Elephant, it's Elephas. Like that's how I remember your name, but I almost.
This is your fault, Melanie.
It's
This
my
is
fault.
your doing.
I will take every responsibility for your name being an elephant.
It's like vanilla all over again.
Vanilla. Yeah, I didn't get a response from anyone. Are we killing Elise?
I thought that's Drizz's call. Actually, I say that. That's Drizz's call, isn't it?
You just see she smiles and she says nothing.
Turn to Hilda. Do you ever get the feeling that we are being excluded from some sort of conversation?
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling a lot.
No idea.
You you see as you say that you walk to two large metal doors. No windows, no knob. And for the first time, you see Elise with a flourish of his hands. Eliphas. Elise seems to be a magic user.
Can I, seeing that, can I deduce what, with my Arcana, like what exactly he is?
Roll.
That's a 16.
Hmm. Seems like you might be dealing with a good old fashioned wizard.
Squishy.
As the doors open, would you please move us into the first floor of Elise's home? Are we? Ah, you realize it's actually rather cozy. It's large, it's clean, but it's also filled with items, magical items, artifacts, things in glass, so many things in glass, military regalia, medals. You see that there's things mounted up on the walls, things that look like broken crossbows, broken shields, swords. But as you begin to look, there is not a speck of dust absolutely anywhere in this house. And as you walk in, you hear something. A large mechanical creature steps forward out of the wall. Always one for few words. Jasper, these are our guests. Jasper is my Jasper's a friend. A gift given to me from High Command. He helps take care of my home. It nods. No, Jasper. These are not enemies. Be kind.
Does now I'm not an engineer or an artificer or anything by any means, just a fighter. But does any of the mechanical workings look familiar? Because at this point, I've seen decimals, I've seen Wilbur's clockwork creatures,
I would like
I've
you
got
to
eye.
roll a good old history check.
And can
History
I
check?
see
I can
if it's similar
history.
to what we saw the
Please.
Toymaker?
History.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh,
21.
I roll 6.
Screw it, I'll go.
it's a little odd. Lonnie. Rory. This is very similar to one of the creatures that you dealt with in one's final chamber.
That's unfortunate.
You see that he places his hand on it. Marvels of our technology. They were given as a gift to those who showed true ruthlessness. in our purge. A smile of recognition on his face.
Who created it?
I'm not one to ask.
Are there any obvious biological components to this machine? Or is it
Not
just
that-
machine?
Not that you can tell right off the bat. You would probably have to get a little bit closer. But please, everyone, come, sit. I will have food set out. And as you begin to walk, he walks on his own. This creature standing there, hovering, watching. You just see two.
Butthole clenched.
Please, sit at my table. My servants will be on their way in a moment. They'll be able to get you fed and get you taken care of.
I added a whatchamacallit robot for you, Daniel.
Oh, wonderful. And he's very large.
I do not sit until Lady Tila sits.
Same.
And I glare at anyone who looks like they're about to.
I'm already sitting.
Hilda's just gonna
Oh.
stand
We're just
behind
death staring.
Elithis.
Okay.
Oh wait, 8 is not here, and neither is the dead assassin, right?
Yes, if you could delete those, that'd
Okay.
be great.
Imagine what the fuck is going on.
He just kept dragging that corpse the whole way. Never stopped.
So as you all sit, you see that there's servants now, humans, beginning to walk out. They go and they deliver some food, and you see Elise turn. He seems like a man comfortable in his surroundings now. Attend. They begin to. Anyone that has been hurt, I would like you all to consider this as a short rest. You can go and use your hit dice to start healing.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Mm.
Ah,
He
yeah.
is so good.
And they start bringing out some warm drinks and things like that. And you see Elise just kind of cross his arms.
Oh, shoot.
So,
Oh,
tell me,
wait. My bad.
what brought all this? What's happening?
Did the town square? It was attacked by something.
Hmm.
Something. Now, correct me wrong before I actually say this in game. It was a decimal that was on spider legs, correct?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't on spider legs.
Oh,
it was
what's that?
just like a regular two-legged
Oh.
decimal,
Uh,
right?
oh,
Decimal dressed like a person.
Except don't
Oh.
call it a decimal.
Right. Oh,
it
I know.
was
I know.
Some
Mechanic
creature.
So this thing, it was dressed like you or I, but it ran right past us by not the billboard, the community board. It was metal, similar to the creature that attacked us. The creature that ran by us said, "Death to tyrant, Philadrus," and when I say that, long live Queen Philadrus. And
Fair address.
is that not what I said?
Fair address. You've been away some time, I can tell.
Yes. I'm sorry, DM. I had it written down as Philadrus.
This is the DM interrupting you. I know.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Pulls out a gun.
Oh shit.
You notice now that there's soft music playing in the background, and they bring out what seems to look like very large hookahs as they begin to put them on the tables for all of you.
Huh.
Please, these are of my own creation. I'm a bit of an inventor. These will help to calm you.
Is it safe for the baby?
I would never put a child in danger of our people.
They nervously pick it up, and I like, as I pick it up, I want to look down at Wilbur and Eric, and like, I just kind of like cheers kind of thing.
What is everybody else doing?
I take mine and I minor illusion that I'm actually smoking it.
That's really smart.
I always wait. I let the lady of the house
Same.
do things first. So like I don't drink before she drinks. I don't eat before she eats.
You
I don't
see that
smoke before she smokes.
he takes from the same hookah that you're smoking from in here.
I follow suit, so I didn't even think of minor illusioning it because that's freaking amazing, Miguel.
What's the DC to your minor illusion, Miguel?
Let me see. 14.
That's
Everyone
good.
else? Is anyone
I'm
else
taking it.
smoking?
Yeah, I'm taking a hit.
Okay.
Like I try to take the smallest hit I can.
For anyone that's smoking, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Woo!
I get
We're
a
doing it
fif-
high.
I have
25.
Ooh,
Ooh, 13. Not good.
16.
Harley, is Hilda smoking?
Hilda is not smoking because
Hilda
She's
Hilda
standing.
is a
standing.
butler who has very much an image to uphold. I do not
Fair
want
enough.
to let my lady down
You see
in her hour
Fernway,
of need. It's best for me to be sober.
Fernway smokes, and as he does, he the what was yours, Rory?
13.
Oh,
I
that
would
hits a
love to
lot
be
harder
more
than what.
ladylike than that. Thank you very much.
Wilbur and everyone makes it through, but you see Driz coughing up a lung.
I notice that everyone else is coughing and I just go,
I've got
Oh.
black lung pop.
I'm not coughing, am I?
No, you take that like a fucking war hero,
Yeah, I do.
and you just see Elise kind of nod, and you hear in your left ear, Lonnie. Oh, it's been so long. I have not seen one of these in the past. My gosh, it has to be at least 1,000 years. You see
Please
that
tell me
he,
this thing isn't gonna kill me.
not if you know how to smoke it. And right when she says that,
Not
you
if I
s-
don't smoke it.
not if you know how to.
Oh, okay.
You see, at least, these are artifacts, you see, from an era long gone. And he just kind of sits there and he contemplates Rory's face for a moment.
Do I feel any effects from it at all?
For you begin to feel very calm, as if though a calm emotion spell has taken over. Fernway, you see Fernway kind of just sitting there for a second too, and same thing with Drizzly. 2 even till.
Of course he is.
Oh, I bet this stuff barely blips on his radar, does it?
You see Elise just kind of looking out on the crowd. You have very strong friends.
I'm grateful for that because we may not have survived if it wasn't for them.
Lady Tilev, I need you to help me to understand why you were attacked.
I don't know why.
Explain to me like if I was a child.
Like the creature that ran past us in the town square. He didn't look. That creature didn't look like that mechanic thing. But he moved like it. There were these tickings and terrible metal screeching. And he came in and the amount of destruction he caused, they ushered us into the basement. And
I need to ask something.
yes,
Hi, Elf. Why are you here? You see Giselle look up.
52. Fantastic.
I am part of an expedition group here from Windsor, and she slides a card up. Archaeologist by trade. Oh. Is that where you found your little friend? And he points towards I. He is with my cohort. Points to Fernway. We were using him to be able to survey land and depths, things like that. Areas that we could be able to breathe in. Not all of us are magic users, good Lord Elise. Is that the reason why you carry a pistol on your side? You see, she smiles. A gift from Ilasul. Ah. So all of you just managed to bump into each other out of Providence.
there was one other there,
Yeah.
and I kind of want to. Shit. He had a terrible burn on his face. He ran in.
He begins to lean in again. Yes.
It sounded like he was talking into some device.
To who?
I don't know. I couldn't hear anything.
Did you get a name?
That was when the creature came. Maybe he. I don't know.
You see they begin to bring out sweets now. Little cake. Please.
I'll be for
You
you
are
do first.
feeling ferociously hungry, Rory. Ferocious. Eat. Drink. My home is yours.
At that, I would like to think of Ronan and blush again.
Performance, please.
Okay. 16.
He's kind of lost in your eyes there for a second.
I want to pick up one of those little cakes and love sweets. Gives me something to do with my hands.
You just sit there. Everyone else is so quiet. Tell me about yourselves. I'm curious. Don't everyone speak at once.
Well,
Let's allow a lady to enjoy a meal.
well, I've been serving my lady for years now. I'm more of a bodyguard, really.
Oh. I see. It's built like one.
He's quite smart. That thing he built. Quite useful
see
in
that.
battle.
Artificer, are we?
Yes.
Oh. Interesting. And you? He looks towards you, Hilda. Tell me of yourself.
Well, for the most part, I buttle, but I really just all around do what my lady wants me to do.
But-
It's
Bo-
true. They are at my beck and call.
Mistress, tell me about yourself. I don't think I've met you.
Oh, I've been away for a very long time,
Mm,
but I'm happy to be back. The
Were
life
you here?
doesn't suit me.
It suits none of us. Tell me, uh, what were you up to outside in the world?
The life of a lady here started to bore me, so I decided to go on adventures.
Oh, roll
Mercenary
this.
work, really. Not that I needed it, but it's fun.
Murder changes one's perspective. Roll deception for me, please.
I better not roll shit. 12.
He looks at you, then he looks straight at Lunny
Does he look
and
like?
yourself.
Does he look like he believes Miguel?
He just stops the conversation. And you.
He's looking at me. I'm a retrieval specialist. I've been with my milady for years, but occasionally she has me go out and get things.
Oh. You hear a soft laugh in your left ear. So, ladies of the capital that have left to start their lives out have come back with an artificer, a thief, an archaeologist.
Didn't start that. Is that in character or no? Did he
That's
choke
in,
on?
that's in character. You see that he actually stops for a second.
It-
He seems to hold back a smirk as he stops. Forgive me. The smoke is a little difficult from time to time.
Inside.
Inciting to see if he choked for real.
10.
That's
It's
the DM
legit.
joker.
I did not mean to set out to find these companions. It just happened. I
Lady Tealif, if I brought you in front of Ilzad right now, you would be dead. Why are you really here?
my husband left me months ago.
Oh,
He doesn't even know, and I kind of gesture down. I thought maybe he went to the surface.
roll a deception for me with advantage.
Okay. 17. I would like to know what he rolls because I'm going to pull shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
What shenanigans would you like to roll?
He rolled a 2.
As he looks at you for a moment, he seems to catch on to something and he stops. Lady Tealif, all of this for a husband? A whole group of mercenaries?
Like I said, I didn't mean to find them. They were useful.
Why didn't you just say that from the beginning?
What good am I? He left me. Me! He left my child fatherless.
And bowed.
I'm sorry. And for a moment, it almost seemed sincere.
Almost.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
You're not sure if he's capable of true honesty, but in that moment, it seems sincere. Well, I invite you to have my home, and we can see Lord Ilzat in the morning. I'm tired. It's been a long day, and there are other matters that I do need to take care of. Please, for your own sake, touch nothing. There is nothing in this home that is not trapped. I assure you, you would do well to just have my servants guide you to your bedchambers. With that being said, um, and forgive me, you'll have to leave all of your weaponry here on this table. Any magical items or equipment which all of you are carrying, you will also leave on this table. And you can acquire them in the morning. The little earpieces in your ear, please do the same.
Take all of my weapons. I have quite a few. Put them on the table. Does he want armor on the table too?
I said everything, please.
This was not me asking Elise. This was me asking the DM.
You're not in danger here.
I take off. I don't like the DM responding in Elise's when I'm addressing outside of character. I take off my breastplate too. Stuff. I don't hold any weapons.
Take my
Yeah.
mage armor.
Wilbur, do you do the same?
Yep, I was just doing that. I take off my
Money.
bad touch card.
As you,
Put it back. Put it back. Oh god.
It's okay, you can keep it. Jesus.
so with that,
I take off my Lord Umbra.
oh,
I don't know why I imagine her just kind of flopping on the table like,
Like a
So-
fish.
Lonnie, roll a perception check for me real quick.
18.
Nice, nice.
As you're there and you go look, it happens fast. You see it just kind of between this metallic creature's legs. Something shines bright on this table. Very bright. And you hear in your left ear, what is that? I know that. What is this?
Good question. I on the table,
On that table, yes.
I put my hand on the table and
On the table on the other side where I did the
Oh.
little bleepy thing.
Oh, I didn't see it.
oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
there.
oh,
So I take my ring off and I take out my earpiece and put it in my bag of holding.
Mhm.
And I take my swords and I put them in my bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I leave the bag of holding on the table,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not a fan of. And then I kind of want to like just be curious and look around and like stretch my legs and just look around. And I want to make my way like towards that table, but I'm just looking.
I
Okay.
stretch my legs.
Do I see
As
anything?
you
Hey, I can't stretch my legs to where you guys see them. In
as
this
you
camera.
begin to kind of walk up there, this creature please wait.
Hello.
Is that what the creature said?
No.
Oh,
it
okay.
is-
Okay.
Oh, I was like, that was not the voice I was expecting.
Please, kindly wait.
Sadly, Jasper is incapable of speech. But we are able to communicate telepathically. One of the better items. It's a gift of a war hero, I suppose. He says indeed.
Fascinating.
It is.
Is Jasper the only other person in here?
The only other mechanical creature, the human servants have left.
Oh, okay. Drop him! No.
No.
Be careful. If Leo was here, he might end up in the bag of holding.
Oh gosh.
So
There's a lot of like stuff in here, a lot of decorations and
there is.
are they like are they obviously like artifacts and magical items and stuff?
Any piece that you see here, anything is under glass. Absolutely anything. Except
Right.
for that
Like-
one little thing that seems to be hanging out over there.
Right.
I'm
You-
gonna go up
have
to him.
so many
And-
interesting artifacts here. How do you collect all this? Are they all gifts?
I steal them. You were saying, Miguel?
I see that you have many magical items. I am magically versed myself.
Oh,
Could you give me a tour, perhaps? I would love to see more of your collection.
oh,
What a great idea.
Lilith, bless you. Of course, I'll be more than happy to. But please, no one ever really asks. I don't really get a moment to show off my collection. Very long time since anyone's been to my home. Oh yes, you notice you feed almost a little bit to his ego for a second.
Oh, I would love.
well-
Could I join?
Oh, of course, please. Please, the servants can come as well if they like.
Thanks, the
Or-
servants.
Harley, are you okay?
Oh wait. Oh,
I
our
don't
servants.
something like stuck up my nose or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Pardon me.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant his servants could join, and I got like
No.
hysterically goofy.
So-
Is Jasper blocking my view of whatever that item was?
It is, and it's also blocking that entrance.
Oh, okay.
But you see that he starts off right over here. Please, everyone, come close.
Yeah, I'll follow.
There's so much to see.
Where
have-
in the room is that item? I'm sorry, DM.
Salud. And as you start to get closer, you notice it's in glass, but there's tools on that table that looks like if though he was checking something out. As he walks up to this case, these are all items I found in a archaeological dig that we've begun. And he just starts. I mean, he goes ham. He's showing swords. There's some rings here. You see that there's some rope, some other things. This item was taken off of the very first leader of the Whispers. I was part of that assassination mission. And he just kind of continues to move around and
I have a rather high history score, so I'm asking like appropriate questions as he goes along.
sure. Hilda and Eliphas.
Yes.
Roll a history check for me as you walk past an item.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was a good roll.
21.
Ooh.
Oops, the first one was 10. Never mind that second one, which is 7.
Hilda doesn't seem to catch it.
I mean, it doesn't involve food, so.
Fair enough.
Surprising.
But Eliphas, as you go to the second little stanchion here, before you were part of this little foray, you helped kill a god. there is an item there. An item that you would have sworn this creature held in its hand. It's a wand in glass, broken in two. Ah, yes. One of my newly acquired pieces. You see, I'm part of well, I can't say, but we we are part of a group of people that help expand the Empire's interest, finding items, people. This I found not that very long ago. From our records.
Where, pray
Hmm?
tell, did you find this?
Oh, I couldn't share that secret. But I can say that, from my understanding, it was an item used by a newly formed god. Can you believe that? A god born in our time. To die so quickly. Unfortunate, to say the least. I was told by some of its remaining cult members that its essence still lives in it. Ah,
In this item here.
something like that. Of course, we had to hunt them down as heretics. It is what it is.
And you keep such a blasphemous item here.
Oh, my lady. And he gets very close now. You see, he begins to look almost chummy. It is safer here than it is any place on this plane. I assure you.
May Lolth
Hilda
be
would
with
like to
us.
pull Elephas away from that situation.
Excuse me?
I'm merely protecting you, my lady. He's entered your personal space.
He is giving me the tour. You do not need to be so overprotective. I am capable of protecting myself.
No harm done. I become excited when things like this happen. But you see that he stops. Oh. So, a little bit of lore, but there was an event, you see, 22 years ago. A meteorite lit up the skies over Ilasul, so bright that it was even seen in the Underdark. We were able to chronicle it because it changed the color of the fungus of the Crimson Peaks for a solid 5 days to a bright neon green. Something we had not seen in hundreds of years. It's just considered a bad omen. But he turns and you see a face mask, a plague doctor mask, quite like that of one of Vendella's Migonettes.
Mm.
I personally took this from one of the followers of a new chaos god. At first, I thought that this was the god that they spoke of. But after some enhanced questioning, I found out that they are speaking to something new.
Wait, are you telling me there's two new gods?
Yes! All within this 22-year period. Isn't that amazing?
It's
I think
unbelievable. God's
I
popping out
wouldn't
of
believe it
nowhere.
myself. Well, gods come and go and they die. It happens, but I will say, beyond a doubt, they are not the same. No. This, Migonet spoke to me of a god of chaos right before we took out their fingernails and began to break their joints. Long story short, I won't go into the gruesome details.
Maybe later. I would love to hear it.
I have story to tell you, my lady. But as he begins to walk, he completely bypasses the table.
With
And
the item on it.
completely
As
bypasses it.
if I'm able to follow him, I want to see what's on the table, and depending on what it is and how Umbra reacts, I want to ask about
Roll. Roll that perception.
perception. That's an 11.
You see, as you go to go look, he stops and he catches your eye. Curious.
I saw something that caught my eye earlier, and I was wondering what it was.
He turns to Roy.
Quite the one has quite the eye on her.
Come. Let me show you something.
Is he talking to me?
No, to
Oh.
everyone, really.
Oh, thank God.
And as you get close, actually, you see that the creature moves forward, but he looks at the servants. The servants will stay in the room. I would like to show you. There is a place beyond us, a civilization lost. Can't find any information on it, but I have begun to find artifacts, pieces of a time beyond me. As you all begin to look, it is very reminiscent of the orb that you opened in Castle Windsor. But there is a crack right down the middle. I am uncertain what it is. I can't open it. There seems to be damage that's happened to it. But it was lost. I can't tell you where I found it. But if only I could. I believe there's a language on it. I can't decipher. Oh, my dear lady, it is magical. To mend it would just be to fix it. I wouldn't be able to get back its properties.
Do you mind if I take a look? I know a few odd languages.
For persuasion.
History is something of a hobby of mine. Oh, wait. You said persuasion.
I did.
I did not roll persuasion. That's a 17.
You see, he walks up to the glass case and he places his hand on it. And it sinks into the table. Please.
I'd like to look right over your shoulder too. I'm super interested in this.
I pull a pair of gloves out of my pocket
Mm-hmm.
and put them on. And they are mostly clean. I don't wear them to fight in. And
Mm-hmm.
tried to pick it up.
Pick it up. Easy peasy. Feels light.
Do I see what he's talking about with the language?
Looks like little bumps.
I recognize this from Windsor's castle.
I
Looks like the little
mentally
bumps
ask.
on his.
I want to ask Umbra, what do you think? Can you read it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I read it? I wrote it.
And you,
It's a
But
pizza
you s-
delivery order.
but you hear in your ear, I know it. I know what it is, but I cannot read it.
What
It is
is
the
it?
language of the mind flares. You do not read their language, you visualize it. Memories, my champion. Where did he find this? This is dangerous. The possibilities of them looking for this are very real.
The mind flayers are said to be mostly extinct.
So am I.
True. I cannot read it. I say this to Elise. I'm sorry, I just blanked on his name for a minute. I say this to him. I cannot read it, but I believe, and I turn it over, it's the language of the mind flayers.
Right when you say that, Emmy, we're gonna say something.
I was going to ask if I could take a look at it after Lonnie. I almost said Melanie.
You could if Elise doesn't snatch it from your hands the moment you say that. What?
I might be able
What?
to read it.
You see, he starts to look at it.
Uh,
How do you know that?
as I said, I'm a fan of history.
What do you mean you can read this?
I said I cannot read it,
I put my hand
but
out.
I believe it is the language of the mind flayers. I don't think that it's read. I don't think that the mind flayers' language is read as we read languages. It's
Visualized.
visual.
You see, he hands it to you, Roy.
I like to cast the spell Comprehend Languages, and I close my eyes and I rub my fingers over it.
Be careful, my lady. Sometimes mind flayer artifacts can be dangerous.
You remember the last time that you did this, you had the help of someone else with you. 2 people at the same time. As you
Hmm.
begin to do comprehend language, the memories are broken, shattered, incoherent. You'll need help.
What do I see? What are the shattered images that I see?
Not much. You see what seems to be just an image of a large, powerful looking mind flare,
Is he doing magic?
clad in black armor.
Is he the same one that
Can
was sitting in the
I-
chair?
He is. But that's all
Can
you
I
see.
aid?
How would you like to aid?
So, even though he said to put down all our magical items, I never did take off my ring, which is my arcane focus.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would like to focus my arcane abilities through my ring, touching Rory. Does that make sense?
It does. As you both touch, I would like you to make an arcana roll for me, please.
You got the touch.
Hannah.
Both
19.
of the
Nice.
Nice.
10.
Eh.
I help.
As you start, it's too much. The images come too fast. It's too broken. It's as if though you're watching a video that's skipping on itself. But you do hear for a moment Sunbreaker. And that's all you catch.
I'd like to look up at least. Do you know the spell Comprehend Languages? Aid me. I caught a word, Sunbreaker.
You see him without even thinking. his eyes bright blue as he extends both of his hands out to the item. I would like you to roll an Arcana check for me.
Would I be rolling at advantage since he's aiding?
Just an Arcana check.
Damn it. Oh, that's a 10.
You see that he begins to move his hands around, and as you do too, you try, but it's too much. This item is very broken. You know that it's going to take a high DC. The DC is high. But he stops. So close.
You could
So
spend,
close.
could spend the evening trying to get it. I'd be curious to learn more about Sunbreaker.
I'd be willing to help as well. How about the three of us?
I would like to think in my mind. Thank
It's-
you.
Is this how drow threesomes start?
Yes. You see him stop for a moment as he looks at it. Yes. 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 Please,
Yes. Oh, love the yes.
rest now. I will catch you in a few hours. Please go rest. And he sits with the item for a moment. I'm going crack. And on that, we end. But before we end, we go to a place dark and cold. A place that hasn't seen the light in a long, long time. A throne made out of stone. And just the outlines of a creature that sits on it. Lord Sunbreaker. The item has been activated.
Oh, fuck.
We will find it. Finally, after all this time, we will send our agents, Lord Sunbreaker. Good. The slaves are watching. Be mindful of them. Hail the Black Tongue. Hail the Black Tongue. And a hand picks up all decrepit and wrinkled, so fragile, as it finally closes into a fist for the first time in what seems to be millennia. We will find them, and we will bring it back. We end tonight's session. Thank you for playing. Everyone. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands, and be safe. We look forward to seeing you this Sunday as we do something wicked and a little bit of decompressing with Xanaris. I'm going to be making us breakfast. I look forward to seeing you. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night,
Everybody.
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 Good night.